This is from Scott. Scott does not have a phone number, but he did send us this email, and he says, what are your thoughts on internet personalities intentionally or seemingly intentionally inflaming people for attention? For example, Nicole Arbour's Dear Fat People video, or Grace Randolph's current Deadpool petition. Even Corey Coleman himself has been accused of manufacturing drama for entertainment value. Is it just cheap trolling, or does the fact that it usually works justify the duplicity? Just curious to see how you all feel as entertainers. Stay toasty, and that is from Scott. Scott, let me tell you something first of all, man. Let me set you straight right here. There's nothing false about my drama. I bring 100% pure, unadulterated drama, not from concentrate.
They were trying to do, and it's just like, dude.
You didn't get shit in that movie.
Motherfucker, how you gonna tell me what the fuck I got?
Because if you did, you wouldn't be talking that way right now. That's how I know that shit.
No, fuck
no, fuck you. You didn't get it.
That, fuck you. Fuck that movie.
You didn't get it at all.
No.
I'm not letting you slide. That's the problem.
No.
1980, I was fucking 9 years old.
So how many teenage years did you have in the 80s compared to the 90s?
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Thank you. That's what I'm talking about.
I was like, man, fuck, man, I'm not gonna argue with you about this shit, motherfucker.
I'm not trying to make you feel old. I'm just trying to get your facts right.
I don't care about being old. I don't want to be stuck on this point right here. As a fucking child in the 80s, you're getting stuck on one point right here because you've been fucking drinking. Now look, just let me get to this fucking segment. You want to go home? Or you want to stay here and argue over a fucking number?
Do you, man?
Yeah,
do you.
Let me do me. Shut the fuck up. That shit's real.
TNT, man.
That is fresh squeezed drama right there, man. Pure.
You know drama.
You know, most of the time we're doing this because we are satirizing something. We're just goofing around with each other. I do think it's cheap. There's a lot of people out there who, with no kind of context, no planning, comedians go out there and they work hard for their shit.
Yeah.
They plan this kind of shit. And when they're mean-spirited and whatnot, it's usually because the best comedy is controversial.
Yeah.
But they got a point to it. The internet today has made it where it's so easy just to click on a fucking video several times when somebody's going on a rant and make these people feel like they're funnier than they are.
Yeah.
And I have a problem with that itself, that people just put up lame entertainment. It's sold in a lot of amateur productions and whatnot. People get popular for that. Not my kind of thing with as much preparation as we put behind this, but maybe I'm doing it all wrong. I don't know. But when people get up there and we reward people for being mean-spirited about shit, and there's nothing but people just saying really cocky, mean-spirited things. That's when I can't stand it. Like this chick that he was talking about.
Yeah.
Have you seen? Do you know
I've seen a lot of her. And
what's her name?
NICOLE ARBOUR.
Yeah.
Do you like her?
I saw one of her videos. I don't remember which one it was, but like the first video or two I saw of her, I thought she was funny and I was entertained by it. And then progressively, I think my theory is she ran out of jokes. She ran out of ways to be funny.
She got too big for herself.
Yeah. So she was like, okay, now I have to be rude and just say things that are going to get people's attention. And now I can't stand her.
Yeah.
I think that she's just saying mean things for attention.
Yeah. Do you know who this person
Yeah, I
is?
know who she is.
She got a lot of attention, and I've heard an interview with her after that. Look, I'll tell you right now, I don't know that much about her because I've seen a couple of videos of hers before, and you know, I respect any YouTuber that's out there making money and have a business growing from this. I mean, you get very much respect from me. I'm not trying to be competitive or mean myself. But when you just get out there and you're just not only just yelling mean shit, but you're just yelling shit off the top of your head, and people are feeding you, and you're not that funny, which is what I think is going on here. A lot of people think they really are comedians. Comedians are performance artists.
Right.
They practice their routines. They don't just yell this shit off the top. They work hard. So when I see people do it and they do it cheap and the egos get fed because people just can easily press a button and watch it because it's free and they're being mean with it, I hate that shit. She did this thing called Dear Fat People. And it's not, to me, it's not funny. Let's just take that aside right there. The jokes are just not funny. Man. And when a person makes expressions like, ha, 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 not so funny, that gets me even angry. But the fact that this bitch is coming up here talking about, you know, fat people, what are you going to do? I'm making fun of you. You can't touch me because I'm so much better than you. It might be satire, but there's no point behind it. It doesn't sound like it. She's just making insults at fat people.
Got my Kesha hair today. You don't know if this is hairspray or semen. Dear fat people. Some people are already really mad at this video. What are you gonna do, fat people? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna chase me? Really? You gonna chase me? It's gonna be like fucking Frankenstein.
you know.
I can get away from you by walking at a reasonable pace. Frankenstein, not so fast. Zombies have apparently gotten faster. I watched like 3 episodes of The Walking Dead, and not being slow myself in the brain, realized that every single episode is exactly the same. Oh,
You know, there's a cockiness behind this shit.
It's just
It ain't fucking funny.
She's exactly what's wrong with, as you would say, the millennials.
The millennials, yes.
Kids, it's just get famous quick, be controversial, be turned into a Vine, or it just frustrates me. I can't stand seeing this shit. It's such an ugly person. Why would you want to be that person? I got semen in my hair. Bitch, have some respect for yourself. And then girls want to get mad that like guys don't respect them. Like, shut the fuck up, dude. God damn.
And I also think, like, to that point, I think she's playing off the fact that she is, she's pretty. She's conventionally pretty. So she's playing off that fact. That's why she thinks she can get away with this stuff because, people are going to click on my video because I have my makeup done and my hair done and I'm pretty and I'm acting like
and
this.
I'm saying crazy things.
Yeah, I'm this girl who's saying these crazy controversial things that aren't ladylike.
Yeah.
So people are going to watch me and it's okay.
You see why I talk to you the way I do to keep you grounded. I'm doing you a favor so you don't turn into this monster right here.
Okay, no.
Well, for those who are listening, she actually did a monster move, put her hands up in the air. But what were you going to say, man? I'm sorry.
I saw a video she did after this called Dear Black People. And her whole thing was she assumed that people were still thinking about this and she was going to be talking about black people. But she cut that shit off right. She's like, oh, you thought I was going to be racist. No, that's not what I'm doing. I was like, yeah, goddamn right.
Yeah, exactly. You know how far to go.
Yeah.
Black people will catch you. Maybe fat people won't.
We need to make a video
fat joke. What's
for
that?
her. I said we need to make a video for her called Dear Dumbass and just make it all about her.
Yeah.
Dear Dumbass.
Bitch. And I heard her on an interview, and maybe I would, because like I said, man, fat jokes, I don't care. Black jokes, I don't care. I make them all the time.
Yeah.
Homosexual jokes, white jokes, whatever. But this, it should feel like there's something to it besides I'm just spewing out a bunch of mean comments.
It should feel like a joke.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
it
and
should
it's
be
not.
a joke and not an insult.
Yeah.
And like with those things, like if comedians, when they're doing bits on that kind of stuff, you can tell they keep it to a certain part. They're not going to make their entire segment about one type of person and one thing to insult
This is 6 minutes of fat hate.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
exactly what it is.
And her point that she
bullying.
tried to make to it was that, there's people that just use fat shaming as an excuse, that that's something they made up. And are there people out there that are just, just want to eat whatever and they get pissed off? Yeah, I'm sure there are, but there are also people that have medical problems and stuff. And she does try to say that. But she could, if she's trying to make a point, instead of just trying to get clicks and likes and make some money, then she could have done it in a way better way.
That's what it is. And like I was saying, that's what I was going to say. I probably would feel like she tried to do satire and just kind of missed her target, like by actually going the other way.
Yeah.
But in this interview that she did, she seemed, again, just so overconfident and cocky in what she did. She was just kind of like, well, look at people like clicking on my video right now. So ha, ha, ha. I'm just like, fuck you.
Yeah.
And right then I just thought, she's a fucking bitch. There's nobody that would want to hang around at all. And I clicked on another video and I found out there's this controversy that's going on where, look, allegedly, I don't know for sure, but allegedly, she is kind of a bitch. She has this
Surprise.
Yeah, you can't tell, really?
well, I know, but like we're thinking like, oh, she's just a bitch to hang around. She's just kind of, she just talks a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Apparently, she got her boyfriend fucked up, man. Her boyfriend, and this is a dude.
So this is to her.
Yeah, Matthew Santoro, man. This is the dude's name. And he put up a video saying, this bitch domestically abused me, man.
Whoa.
Yeah, he's talking about, now you would think when we hear domestic abuse that, you're getting we getting beat down. It's all physical.
Yeah.
But he said that she just fucked his head up, man.
No shit.
He said that she
probably is a verbal abuser.
I
And people who
believe it.
talk like that's verbal abuse. Even her doing that to strangers. Like,
Fuck, she's doing it to strangers. It's no surprise she'll do it to a
She
boy.
got this motherfucker shook so bad he's crying in a YouTube video,
gotta
man.
see it.
He was sitting up there talking about it, and he wasn't using her name, and he just started getting PTSD from the shit and just started crying in the middle of the video.
When I took her back, the real damage was psychological. Everything in my life suffered. When I took this person back, I cut everyone out of my life. Everything became about them. And my business suffered. My business suffered because I was uploading videos once every 3 weeks instead of once every week. Everything became about her. I allowed myself to be in a relationship where I was controlled, where I was manipulated, where I was made to do things and act in ways that I would never act.
Before she came out that closet, motherfucker, you talking about me? You hear him? He's sniffing. He's crying.
Yeah.
Like it's not a joke. He is mentally shook, man. And when I heard that, which I just think I heard last night or the day before. I think it was last night because I was hanging out with you guys, right? When we talked about it, right, Tommy? Okay, like fuck. I want to listen to you, man.
What year is it?
I was listening to everybody but you. But when I heard that, I was like, shit. It's everything I kind of thought about this chick. Yeah. But again, she might be cool. I'm getting his side of the story. I don't know. All I know is it feeds into that whole thing of, man, we're living in an age right now where people are just getting by with cheap,
doing the minimal,
doing cheap shit, man. And I hate that the technology is a double-sided sword, man. It sometimes it pushes people to go out and create and do great things, and sometimes it just makes it easier for people to do fucking bullshit.
YouTube
Anyone
comments
can make that.
YouTube comments alone, man, I cannot believe some of the shit that comes out on YouTube. I'm like, God damn it, what is wrong with y'all?
You're the problem.
What is wrong with y'all?
Yeah.
Why? I don't need him. Why don't they want me, son? I don't need him.
And I sure as hell don't need him for that, because ain't a damn thing he could ever teach me about how to love my kids.
I get by without him, dude.
Ray's referring to the comments on his music videos.
Oh yeah.
Hey, man,
SoundCloud.
I took my first shot. Got pretty good at it too, though, man. We don't need him, man.